Hello, everyone. I had a good time. I just finished watching a few videos of people who hit me up watching my videos. And so I go back and I see what's going on their channel. Some of them that I've just met. And one gentleman, I can't call the name of his channel right now. I apologize for that. But he was out there with his sons. And he was planting watermelon and moving around some what they call it. He's moving around some tree chips. He was moving them around back to Eden style. I call it. And he was out there with his sons, and he was just doing a good job and showing them how to be neighborly and respectful to others. And I think it's called a Supreme Family Garden. Supreme Family Garden. That was his channel. Seemed to be a very good channel. Actually subscribed to it. And then there was Mary Watkins. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Mary Watkins. Watkins. She said that to. She looked at a number of. Well, she looked mainly at one video, and she kept looking at the videos, and she enjoyed the videos. And then we had the bull stop by, the bull garden, and what was that? Rabbity. And I looked at his channel. He had some good things on it. He was going out collecting coffee grounds from the stores. I've yet to have success doing that, and I pretty much gave up because I have my own theory about coffee grounds. But at any rate, if it works for you, keep doing it. Now, the let's see if we had anyone else come in. Let's see. That's all I see for right now. So basically, I have had people stopping by and seeing my new video. My new video, I like it because it has that kind of operatic type of music to it, and I really like that because it's gives the video a nice feel. Depending on what kind of video it is, of course. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I even watched the video myself this morning and found that it's just one of my better works. Um, but the trees are blooming on my property. As I said before, we're going to concentrate here. We're going to concentrate more on just soil growing. We're growing soil. Excuse me. As I said in years back in my videos, I'm not concentrating on the plants. I'm not concentrating on the plants. I'm concentrating on one single thing. One single thing. And it goes like this. I am growing bigger roots and I'm growing in better soil. The soil that we have primarily in most of our properties is clay. Clay is a great soil if you know how to work with it. You just got to change your mindset about clay. Don't just look at it as a bad soil that's too heavy for roots to get through it, but look at it as a soil that is full of nutrients and minerals, but the soil is heavy. So what do you do when something's heavy? It's like when you mix in cement. You simply add more water to cement. On that hand, you add more water to cement. And when you do that, cement will be lighter, allowing you to get items through, like roots to be able to grow out. Now with soil, it's adding things like larger particles of either sand, or you're using uh, things such as I use perlite. Now I'm also using vermiculite as well. I'm using the two in combination because the vermiculite holds more water, 4 times its own weight, and so if you have things growing like watermelon and cucumbers and things like that that require for them to have some water in them, vermiculite will help with that. Also, the perlite, of course, it holds water, but not as well as vermiculite. But it also allows you, excuse me, it also allows you to your soil to be, spaced apart so it's not really, real compacted so that you can't get air in the soil. Because whether we believe it or not, air is so essential to get in there to those roots. Um, and the other thing that I'm adding to the soil is peat moss. That is a thing that allows the soil to be fluffy and light, and it will help the soil hold water. So I'm going out today to buy me another big bundle of peat moss. Peat moss is not very expensive, and you use that to buy one bundle. Depending on if you have a yard like mine, I'm like 40 feet by I think I'm 40 feet by 50 feet. That's the main garden. Then the other little gardens on the side are a little smaller, and I'm only prepping the soil that I'm using. I'm not prepping the whole entire garden. I don't believe in doing that. I'm going to prep what. Hello, how you doing? I forgot. I just finished watching your channel as well. Food Forest Permaculture. You out there? You were just totally turned on by the kites, and then I looked at. I have a kite downstairs that I bought for the grandson, still in the pack because March came and went. It was so cold that it wasn't like the old days where you just get some wind and it was where you could tolerate it. Let's see. Good morning, Morning City Food Forest. Everybody's here. Wow, left margin. All right. And so we're going up there. And, everybody's here. Wait a minute. Let's see, my family guard. Let's see. My family. I need to get my glasses, folks. I apologize. I'm squinting and everything. Lisa, I think is what it is there. Lisa, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am going to make a trip out into the yard because I like to go out there. Really, folks, it's like therapy. Even though the trees are all brown and they doesn't have any leaves on them very much as of yet, but I know what's coming. They're gonna be filled with big, beautiful leaves. My soil always produces that when it comes to my trees. Big, beautiful leaves. Um, and I think they're gonna do fine this year. And I got to urge. I got to urge. I want a couple more trees. I want a couple more trees. Even though the old lady said not to get any more trees. Um, no, no, no. She didn't say not to get any more trees. She said you have enough. I'm looking at what you wrote here. Morning gardener. It's interesting. The trees you don't fertilizer have less blossom. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yes. You picked up on that. You picked up on that. I took first it was three trees, and I didn't. I said no, I'm not going to fertilize them. Then at the end of the video, I said I think I'll be nice to fertilize these two trees, and I fertilized them. It rained the next day. Put that fertilizer down into the ground, and when I did that, when it happened, the tree turned on because the fertilizer that I'm using is it's Dr. Earth Bloom something. Wait a minute, let's see if I had a pack around somewhere. I do not work for this company. I do not sell for this company. I like the product. There's real stuff in it. Expensive. This little pack right here, expensive. Only thing I don't like about this pack is its price. So anyway, there's a brand, excuse me, there's a formulated one of these, a little different from this. It says for blooms, and it didn't sell well. It did not sell well, and so they pulled it from the shelf. Is what they did at Home Depot. They pulled it. I don't know how you would get it because they pulled it. But I be thinking, you know, I'd be thinking. Um, there's a comedian that says that I can't think of his name. Is George Burns? No, it's I be thinking. That's what he says, and that's his hook. Um, so what happened was they had all of it on the shelf. It sold for $11 a bag. It was a bigger bag than this. It was about. Wait a minute, hold up. Okay, this is a 1 pound bag. So it was a 4 pound bag. It sold for like close to $12. And that being said, I looked at them and I was leaving the store and I said, why is all this marked down? And I said, go get a cart. Next thing in the world tomorrow, go get a cart. I had to wind up getting a flatbed because I took everything off the shelf because I knew I had money backed up to do what I need to do. And I just emptied the shelf off. I said, whatever they charge me at the thing, I got it. But I went and grabbed everything I needed, put it in the thing, and rolled it up there. And she said, you know how they do the thing, 60 cents. I said, wait a minute, this is 60 cents? And I recognized the name, but I never used the product before, Dr. Earth. Root tone, organic, natural, handcrafted blend, whatever. So I got it anyway. And they had the big bags back there, which I loaded up in the car, loaded up. And I said, oh my God, I did good. And I forgot what the price was when I got to the register. But I didn't come in there to spend like that on fertilizer or any fertilizer. I didn't come in there for fertilizer at all, period. But I loaded that up. And then I kept thinking, I was sitting home. I said, why did you leave all the other stuff there? I mean, why did you leave all them other fertilizers there? And I said, go back tomorrow and get them. And I went back tomorrow and loaded up another cart. And so when I did that, I was clear I had over $350 worth of fertilizer I got for maybe about $100, $110, something like that. And so I was set. And I cleaned them out of everything that was organic. So next thing I did is I came back up there. They had the same bags that said discontinued. They must have found them somewhere. They had them over in a section called clearance. And when they had them in the clearance section, I went over there and the big 4 pound bags, I went over there and cleaned them out. I was going to get, no, wait a minute, I did. I got 5 bags at first. Then something said, stop playing around. I went back over there, took another trip up to the store, and went and grabbed all of them. I just emptied the shelf out and had them up there. And so, that was done. I bought the jar. But there were other people that found out about it before I did because all the bone meal was gone. And see, I wanted bone meal as well because bone meal is great for blossoms on your trees. Bone meal is good for blossoms. And so what you would do if you use the technique I use, which is using a funnel, and you can actually get one of them elongated car funnels, Just got a real small end on the end and real, and it's plastic. You get them at Home Depot. Excuse me. No. You get them at Walmart. A little cheaper there, and it's a little bit more sturdy. It's about $5. You open your hole up with a. I guess you could use it's something you want to just push in the ground. That's maybe a rounded shape, kind of like a jack handle or something like that. And you just widen it out, and then you put that funnel in there, and you drop that fertilizer through there, and you just wait for it to rain. And you'll see the blossoms all over your trees. Because that's what bone meal is great for, is blossoms. I'm gonna try that method. Yeah, I mean, you got to do it. Well, no, you don't have to do it, but once you put it in there, about 6 inches down, 4 to 6 inches. I go six. You put it down there. All you doing, here's what you're doing. You're dumping fertilizer right at the root. All you doing is right at the root. Tree don't have to look for it. The tree found it. Once the tree finds it, it's gonna zero in on it and suck all of what it can out of it. So you put four, about 3 or 4 places around that tree, and don't do like I did and put them real close up on the tree. Go out maybe 12, 15 inches and put them in there around the tree, what they call it, the line where the tree is with, oh God, yeah, the root line or whatever. I can't think of it right now, folks. I'm so excited I can't think of it. But you put it there about 4 places. When you do that to your tree, and depending on what's the diameter of that trunk, if it's 2 inches, then you would use. I use my hand is perfectly like 3 to 4 ounces. This big hand here, like Andre the Giant, and so you would gauge it. Just use common sense. It's not that difficult. Just use common sense and say, all right, I want 2 handfuls here, and this hole, 2 handfuls, and this hole, 2 handfuls, this hole, 2 handfuls. If you got a lady where you got smaller hands, yeah, 2 handfuls of it. And when you finish with that, you'll see that tree start acting crazy. That tree gonna start acting crazy. It's gonna act like you wanted it to act when you first bought the tree. Or if it's a bush, um, if it's a bush like now blackberries, I put one hole, open it up, and put one handful right there, and or half a handful, because blackberries, I mean, if you get them the right stuff, they'll start growing for you. Blackberries, see, they messed me up years ago because they told me in the packaging, blackberries, you really don't need to fertilize blackberries. Um, yeah, you don't, because blackberries will take the smallest amount of food and survival off of it, and you really, it'll do fine. But if you want huge, big berries on your blackberries, then you're gonna be attentive to that blackberry plant. But now they will get long on you. Blackberries will get long when you're 16 feet, close to 20 feet, when they send those shoots off. So what I do in a situation like that is I make absolutely certain that I keep my clip back about 4.5 feet, because I'm not interested in growing a whole bunch of vines. I need fruit. So when I do that, I get it to focus its energy on fruit. Because when you cut it off, it's going to grow more lateral type of branches, and those branches will produce blossoms, and those blossoms will produce more blossoms because you have more laterals. So that's how that works. You can do that with any plant, just about any plant. You put that on there, and they're going to produce more lateral lines, and the energy will go somewhere else and producing fruit. Um, I could fertilize if I want to get real, real into it. Fertilize those raspberries. Those raspberries. I mean, I get raspberries every year, and they're beautiful tasting, and they're beautiful tasting. I mean, you give the raspberry something like this. Now, this is a starter fertilizer, and all a starter fertilizer do is it helps your plant. It's formulated to help your plant uh, pick up food and deal with water and all of that when it's cold. And when you get these cooler months when the soil is around 40, 50 degrees, and you want to, give it a fertilizer that's not that's really suited for those conditions, you're planning to get a jump on everything else. Excuse me. You'll get a jump on everything else because uh, you're giving it a fertilizer that will say, hey, listen, um, do this and do that because it's this is what I want you to focus your energy on, and it's just a great thing. Catch you later, food forest. Let's see, food forest. Great seeing you, garden city, YouTube. Located from the commercial, from somebody that nature rules the world. Yes, yes, nature does rule the world. Um, there was a coin that a person sent to me, and it was a rebel gardener. In fact, he sent me some seeds, and it was a corn that he did. I mean, he put in there as well. And he said, peaches. I put it in the ground, grew it. It grew very well, and I got to tell you, sweetest corn this man here has ever eaten in his life. I was eating it off of the plant right there, standing in the garden. I was eating it. Didn't cook it or anything. Just ate it right there. I couldn't believe it was so creamy and sweet, and it was incredible. Could not think of the name of it because I kept trying to find out what it was and get in touch with Rebel Gardner. And now I found it because the lady said it in her video, which can't call her name right at the moment, but you know her channel. She actually comes here sometimes. It's the Robin something channel. Let me see if I can find it here. And the thing about it was the corn is so sweet. So it's actually called peaches and cream is what the corn is called. So I went on eBay and there it was. Now, smart shopper as I like to claim myself to be, Rob and Gary. That's the channel. And she had it up there today and it said she took a trip to the store to Lowe's, and that's the video it is. And she said cream, peaches and cream. When she said that, got it. I said I went on eBay and I said go ahead and grab that now. Now, as far as corn goes, I'm doubting that I'm going to be able to find that at Home Depot or Lowe's. But I'm going to see. Hello. But I got to tell you, definitely, definitely get that corn. If you ever try it, if you like sweet corn, that corn has got all that. It's just incredible. And I got to tell you, folks, it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, I had to turn the heat up last night on my plants that are growing indoors. I'm contemplating on whether or not uh, uh, will I have to put my peppers in. I want to put my peppers in and get them started because I have one pepper plant down there called Mexico 6, and it's doing well. It's doing well. So I think I want to get that started. Anyone out there doing anything else in their gardens? Because I'm just rambling on here. I want to see if you started plants. Are you going to concentrate this year more on your soil prep? Because that's what the key is. I'm telling you, there's people out there that have figured it out, and that's why they don't have much trouble growing things. They just know get the soil right, and you can't lose. Because if people just go and just till up their soil and put plants in there, they're gonna grow okay, but they're not gonna grow incredible. And that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Make certain that you get your plant started. Take care of the roots. Make sure the soil is nice and fluffy and light. And if you want to use my soil recipe, do it. If you want to use someone else's soil recipe, there's a whole bunch of them on YouTube. I mean, and I see people, still doing the best they can, but they're a little anxious. One gentleman was planting inside of a mound of wood chips. The only thing was wrong with it is all that wood chips one broke down. So he's going to have to supplement the nitrogen, but he just can't plant it in wood chips and have all this activity going in there where the microbes are breaking down the wood chips and robbing of nitrogen. Oh, okay, you have a booth where you're selling your plants. Okay, great. That is great. That is great. That's how you move ahead. You're out there. You'll be able to sell and help other people with what they're doing and get everything. Blood orange, usually big, well. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Left Marge, are you saying it's cold where you are? Wow, it's still cold where you are. It's amazing. Here you can get away with a sweater now in Maryland. Excuse me. I'm just having fun, folks. I'm just sitting here thinking, I got two things I got to do today. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta get that compressor online so I can. There's some metal pipes in my ground. It did nothing. It's just a piece of a gate somebody took out years ago, and I can't pull it out of the ground. So I'm just gonna cut it off at root level. I mean, soil level. Day's temperature has hit 35, 40 degrees. Okay, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Let's see what we got here in this area. Okay, let's see what we got here. Day's temperature here in Maryland, in my location, is today's temperature is 45 degrees. Forecast. The lowest temperature is Thursday, Thursday night. See, I pay attention to the night temperatures. That's what I pay attention to. Those night temperatures. Those night temperatures. They tell me what's really going on. So tonight's going to dive down to 35 tonight, and then Friday's going to be 47, 52, 43 at night. So we're headed. We're headed up, folks, in temperature. Yep, I can start my peppers today because after tomorrow, everything just heads up, and like that. So I'm ready, folks. I don't know if you can see that, maybe not, but this is the 12-day forecast, 12-week forecast. Um, Hourly forecast. The warmest is going to be today is 4 o'clock. This is nothing but an app. I keep it on my phone so it helps me know what the weather is going to be for these plants. Then I go to extended forecast, which is So there we go. We got another cold day coming up at night, the 36 degrees. It's going to be on Monday. Monday. So yeah, it's still doing this, what it's doing, but not as bad. So really looking forward to getting this party on the road. Well, good people, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been fun. I mean, I love it. Left margin, all of you. I really enjoyed you absolutely stopping in. And gotta see some more videos. If you put any more videos up, I'll automatically be notified because a lot of you, I definitely have subscribed to all of your channels. I just do that because if it has gardening in it and good information, I usually just go to them and lock it in. I grow my own kiwi plants from a store-bought kiwi. Do you need another one for no, no, thank you anyway. No, thank you anyway. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But um, I don't know if I want to do. I just thought of something. Huh. Growing another variety of kiwi. Interesting. All right, good people. This garden's got me going every which way. Um, but we're looking good. Everyone here is. I like the idea that the person starting a stand where they will sell their plants. That's excellent. A lot of competition, but you can still beat them at their price because they have that big, huge overhead, and everything here looks good on this end. I'm got my plants growing. I just want the weather to warm up so I can definitely get them off and running at a good pace. I'm still contemplating on whether or not I'm gonna buy the peaches and cream corn. And it'd be nice if I could go to the store and see a pack of peaches and cream for like $1 and something or whatever. And I'll be happy as I don't know what because I will get a few packs of that. This has been the Morning Gardener, folks. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate everything. Thank you very much.